Hey, welcome back to the How to Podcast series, The Daily Dave with Dave. It's kind of the non-daily Dave because it's not every day. So maybe, yeah. Anyways, I'm glad to be here with you on the Daily Dave. I have a new tool that I'm playing with, and I wanted to share it with you here on the podcast on the Daily Dave here in the How to Podcast series. Hey, I just want to say thanks right off the bat for you being you. You're really good at being you. I want you to know that. You are an expert at being you. And being you, listening to the show, I just want to say thanks and appreciate you for pressing play on this. Thank you. There's so many other podcasts about podcasting. And here you are, you and I. I have a very cold cup of coffee that I need to warm up. But I wanted to take a moment and share a new tool with you that I'm using. And it's kind of a hybrid of another tool that I've shared many times in the past. One I recommend all the time called PodLink, pod.link. Great, amazing tool. Still using it today. Still promoting it today. But now there's an additional one with ties to PodLink. And it's new, it's minty fresh, and it has a few more options. And it's called Episodes, with plural, episodes.fm. Episodes.fm.
Ooh. Ah.
I think you should try this, and here's why. On the Daily Dave on How to Podcast series, here we go. I'm always on the hunt for something new for you, something that'll make your podcasting dreams come true, make podcasting easier, and more shareable. And I think that's one of the things that when we say at the end of our podcast, find me wherever good podcasts are sold, find me wherever you listen to podcasts, what you've done in that moment is you've given your listener homework. And we all know how much we love homework, right? No. So instead of giving your listener homework, having them go and do the thing, or another thing that I just can't stand is podcasters who send their audience to one app thinking that they're talking to everyone when only talking to a fraction of the audience. Example, find me on Apple, leave me a rating and review on Apple. I personally, I've never had an Apple product. I've never used an Apple product, and I can't leave you a review on an Apple product. So you lost me. As soon as you say, listen to me on Apple, subscribe and follow on Apple, you lost me. So I like the idea of giving your audience the option of where to find you. And episodes.fm does that. It gives you some great tools, some great stuff. I'll have some information and links in the show notes, as always, for you to follow up with. And go take a look at this. The beauty of all this, so you lean in here a little bit. The beauty of this, episodes.fm is, ready? Wait for it, free. And already I can hear the podcast gurus assembling in the back. They're getting ready. They're going to yell at us right now. Are you ready? Free is not a good plan. Okay, anyways. It's free, everyone, so go and enjoy it and use a free tool that's going to help you promote your podcast better. It's really good to use PodLink or episodes.fm as a way to share your podcast with the world, especially for people who don't understand podcasting. We got to make it super simple, super easy to find and follow your show. And a tool like episodes.fm can do that for you. Whether you put it in your email signature, whether you put it on your website, whether you use it as a shareable link on an Instagram sticker in your stories or on whatever, however you want to use it, it's nice to have one link that gives your audience options. So instead of giving them a link for Apple, a link for Spotify, a link for Audible, a link for YouTube, like you're just giving them multiple links all the time and asking them to go through this long list of links. And it's just painful. One link, easy for somebody to click on, and takes them to a very beautiful page, which gives them options around where to find and follow your show. Okay, that's the premise. That's why we're doing this today, is I want more people to find your show. So on episodes.fm, it gives you over 30 platform links. 30 plus options. If you're on all these platforms, that's amazing, because now your audience has all these different ways to listen. And on a side note, you should be on as many apps as possible, especially when it's free to submit your podcast to them. Please don't be on just Spotify. Please don't just be on Apple. Be everywhere, because the more places you are, the more chances someone's going to find your podcast and press play. Be everywhere with your podcast. One-time setup, pretty straightforward to do, and then you get the benefit of being available to everyone. It's great. One thing I love is when you go to episodes.fm, search for your show. Again, this is all based on your really simple syndication RSS feed. So it's based on that. If you're not set up with that with your podcast, we need to chat. But this is all based on that. So when you go there, you search for your show pops up, and it lists all the episodes there on the screen. If you click on a certain episode, it then opens that episode now on the next page, and then that bar across the top of the page with all the address information, that is your link that you can now share with anyone around that certain episode. And what's amazing is you'll see on the screen when you're looking at an episode a lengthy list of all of the different players. And you can click on any of these players and it will take you to that app. Castro, Castromatic, Podbeam, Attendapod, Podcast Republic, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Bullhorn, Anytime Podcast Player, Moon FM, Jam, Breeze, Sonnet, Podknife, Podstation, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, G-Podder, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's all listed here. So if I'm a user with your link, I can click on any one of these and it'll send me to that app and to that episode on that app. That's great. So you don't have to say, find me everywhere. Just tell your audience to click the link in the show or in your email. You can just say, click this link to find my podcast everywhere. Right? Now you're making it super easy for everyone. So it's called episodes.fm. I would really encourage you to go check it out and just try it. Again, it's free, right? So go there, episodes.fm, search up your show, and then you can click through and you can see just your podcast, which is kind of cool. It has a link that says latest episode right at the top on the left-hand side, and it's sorted by date. And so you can click on at the top, it has a button for apps. You can see all of the apps that you're on at the show level, and you can click on episodes, and you can see all the episodes for your podcast, which is awesome. So go there, try it, and let me know what you think of it. It's episodes.fm. And I think you should go try it out. It's pretty straightforward, it's pretty easy to use, very similar to Podlink, and a great companion. So either try Podlink, try episodes.fm. Either way, it's a great way to share your show with the audience and get your podcast in front of more people. Remember, if you're a podcaster and you love tech, there's some people who love podcasts but are not tech friendly and they don't understand all this stuff. If you can make it super easy for them to press play, then that's going to help you grow your show. Make it easy, don't make it difficult, and use a tool like episodes.fm to reach more people and share your show. Any questions, come to howtopodcast.ca, jump in my calendar, send me a message, SpeakPipe, email, whatever you like. And let's chat about your show and see how I can help you. I would love to know what your podcast is. Tell me what it is so I can go listen as well. I'm always looking for a new show to listen to. And thanks for being part of the How to Podcast family. Here on the Daily Dave, episodes.fm. Go there. Check out, find your show. Play with the buttons and let me know what you think of it. Take care, everybody.